What is there to celebrate?
Hmm. My relationship to my body, I believe, first that came to mind. This journey of feminine embodiment training definitely shifted my relationship to myself, to my body, to my inner world, how I do connect with myself. And I already mentioned, like, when I first decided to take this training, I was looking for this approach of including the body, the somatics, because as a psychologist, all my work has been around the mind, the thoughts, changing the thoughts. And I have always find myself like hitting the wall. And especially when I work within a system, it's not like I'm working freely with my own approach and all of that. So when I first found the feminine embodiment training, I felt like it's a beautiful mix of everything that I'm looking for. And I was like taking it with the intention of, as it's something new that I'm going to learn. There's this part of me also who loves learning, really loves learning new things. It just makes me feel like alive. But then at the same time, I had this personal journey learning this, that's the most beautiful part, I believe, about this journey that I took is I felt it. I was like experiencing it. Even in the calls, I rarely took notes. And thank you for allowing. You said that from the first day. I remember that. No, just let it in and just everything is recorded. Just that relief. So I was like, no, not taking notes. I will just live this as me, And this is what happened even through the weekly practices, and every week we have a different practice and a different flavor of a different part and connection. Yeah, so this is what I want to celebrate, that beautiful embodied addition to my life that you added, Nada, that I'm so grateful for you, that you created that within me and helped me create that within me, and hopefully also within other women in the future.
Oh, goodness, my whole system is melting. I'm receiving the felt sense of this immense inner transformation that has happened in you.
Yeah.
And one thing that you said really landed for me, and this is I allowed myself to live this program. And that is always the intention behind any offering that I give, because embodiment is not something we can continue to teach from a place of theory. It is something we need to live. And your words express that so beautifully. And it's always a joy to see that our intention as teachers, as facilitators, is coming through in the way that it's experienced by our students. So thank you so much. What sort of surprised you or touched you the most about your own inner transformation?
I feel like there is part of me who, a couple of things. The first one, the part of me that was mental about it, like there was this, what does that mean? Why there is this sensation? Why there is tension? Does this, the message behind it? I was like too mental about it. There was a part of me like that at the first of practices. And then and then the change that happened was like, I think curiosity and presence and just like being there without needing to really analyze or trying also to fix. The trying to fix, I really came to the training, I admit, with the part of me that's like, how am I gonna fix? And the better version, the best version, there is a part of me I know that really wants to like, what's next? What's next? What's next? And then I remember every call reminded me of that. Like, no, you're not here to fix. You're here to be present. You're here to give space. You're here to also embody what it is, I believe especially the embodied shape practice that we did, one of the most practices I enjoyed. It taught me how to be present with the past or the whatever. It is still there, the shape that is in me, and then how to allow it space and transition slowly to the other shape and
Mm.
feel it in me. So what I noticed is not being too mental, judgmental, analytic about it. Second is more space for listening, for slowing down, for compassion within me.
Mhm.
And also the listening part, it's amazing. Like I really noticed that in my work, when I feel like this is my energy or someone else's energy, this is my rush or someone else's rush. When I feel like, okay, my system is overloaded, now it's time for shaking. Shaking is, I did it daily at work. This is like, it's really helped me with like getting out everything and then coming back. So it also allowed me to lot of listening and attuning also. Okay, I listen and I attune. Even to my relationship to my body in terms of what I eat, like definitely it changed. Like I didn't really care too much about my eating habits and now it's changed. For like now it's my second month or so, even like moving in all kinds of way, exercising, walking, working out, whatever. And I do it with love, with not the intention that, you need to optimization, as you said, like optimizing. So there's more gentleness.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, and interestingly, I've been also tested with a lot of significant emotionally charged events in my life throughout this journey and until now. And I could see the difference in how I am receiving these events and how am I attuning to the nervous system. The Zina before the training, I'm
Mhm.
really saying this genuinely. I remember myself in summer, I was going through this thing. I was like going crazy, my mind going crazy. My nervous system is, and now I can feel like, okay, I still feel anxious. I still feel all the emotions, but I don't stay there longer and then spiral. And I could go back and find the safety within and go back and help myself regulate.
Oh, I'm so happy this is recorded because I could not even fully capture all the beauty and all the transformation that you just named. One thing that is incredibly clear as I'm listening to you and as I was reading, there was a full identity shift. I feel like Zina I met in the summer was still coming from a place of a maiden, a young girl
Mm,
who is in some ways unaware of her power, unaware of her femininity, in some ways still shrinking, seeking validation, seeking ways in which she is somehow wrong unconsciously. And Zina, that is today in front of me, is a woman,
mm,
is truly an embodied woman who is softer, gentler, kinder, closer to her feminine power than ever before, closer to her wilderness, closer to her pleasure, and who is constantly finding really beautiful ways to keep orienting
mm,
towards that person, towards that shape, towards that identity. And everything that you mentioned is in service of that deep inner listening, nervous system attunement, capacity to meet all of your different parts with compassion and trust. And it's just been a mind blowing transformation to witness. Truly. Mm,
Thank you so much.
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mm.
I'm deeply grateful for you really, for creating this work, for offering from your heart, from a deep, authentic, warm, attuned, safe, gentle, all the beautiful words, like the space that we had with all of the other sisters as well was amazing. I miss it. Every Tuesday I feel like, do I have a training this week? Yeah. So thank you so much for offering this to me and to all of us.
I have just one last question, if that's okay. So, what would you say to another Zina in a different shape, in a different place,
Mm,
different time, who is maybe exactly where you were 6 months ago, looking at ways in which she can deepen her work, she can deepen her practice. She feels called towards more embodiment, and maybe she's overwhelmed with all the offers that are currently out there. What would you say to her about this particular training
mm.
and why this might be an aligned choice?
Okay. I know there's a lot of trainings out there and a lot of offerings. Part of choosing is really attuning to what feels true inside of you. This is what worked for me. And I apply this on everything, every decision in my life. The first most important sign to me is authenticity. Is this person offering from an authentic, real place, or not? And what makes feminine embodiment training different is it's not just information that you get to receive. You get to okay, I really appreciated the part of you that is really sustainable about this offer as well and training. Sustainability, authenticity is the amount of information we received and how we received the information. So the thing that you said, that you don't want to toxify our minds with lots of information, I truly appreciate that in you. As someone who loves to learn and who loves to have as much information as possible, I found that really balanced and more than enough for my system in a very beautiful way. And I still now come back to the calls in my own rhythm, in my own way, to get to process and absorb. And I feel like I'm hearing this information, like brand new information to me. And they are amazing, beautiful, just enough for you to feel them, live them, experience them first as you and then for others. So you get to live them for yourself. You get to have a transformation for yourself to be able to embody it yourself and then teach it to others. Otherwise, if it is just information, then you really can't give. I've been there and I know the difference between information, delivering it wouldn't feel embodied, authentic, true to yourself or to others. So this is really what I appreciate in this training. So if there is another Zina or another person somewhere else, I would tell them this. And what's really special about this journey that we had was this container that you know everyone and you get a sense to feel everyone, It's not like everyone is okay, on their own, separate and coming and receiving this information. No, we witnessed each other. We felt each other. We supported each other. Since day one, we had agreements on gentleness, on safety, on confidentiality, on supporting each other. And I felt it. I felt a different flavor in every woman who attended this program. I still feel it until today. I could remember their names, the energy they bring into the training, the breakup rooms that we had with different experiences. We get to tune in with the person, we get to be seen, we get to see them as well in their vulnerability, in their truth. And that also adds beautiful layers for ourselves to allow ourselves to be witnessed and to also witness other, which is also beautiful. Very supportive community of women that I received. Nada, you had a big part in making us feel this way as well. And I love that each day started with a grounding practice, a different practice, because we came from different parts of our days, maybe job, being a mother, for other women and all of that. So looking forward to that every day, to that grounding practice, just to ground ourselves, feel into the practice, and then be able to receive whatever we receive that day also is beautiful parts.
Is there anything else you wish to say to feel complete as you are officially a graduate of FFEC?
There is also a part of the training where you allowed for us to come as we are, come as we are, no rules, no rigidity, nothing, just coming as we are, feeling ourselves, feeling safe, feeling messy, feeling fiery, feeling tired, maybe joyful, whatever, coming as we are. This was the theme of our training as well, and I love that. So grateful that I have to experience that with you and the other women. I'm so grateful for your sharing, your generous sharing of your knowledge. Like, you give it like in a beautiful way, in a generous way. I love that so much, and I'm deeply grateful for it. There's so many other things. Thank you, Nada.
And it's more than enough already.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a beautiful day and weekend. Thank you. Bye.